This is the Afrobeat Cult. I am Ehian Akimio, and the issue today is the issue of African time. Is it time for us to change that concept and let the world see us differently? Like mic check 1 2 1 2. This is the Afrobeat Cult, and I am Ehian Akimio. Welcome to today's show. And what you can hear in the background is taken from the brand new album, the newly released album from Maven superstar, Ira Star. And when you listen to quite a lot of the tracks that she has on board, you will find out that she has put in quite a lot of effort into producing such a massive, massive album. As far as I'm concerned, it is massive. So go check it out. And if you have been following the show, if you are a subscriber of this channel, you will know that we have done a review of one of her songs, which was a big hit, I think, last year. And that we're talking about Away, which was one single that she had, which really, really brought her out into the limelight and showed her skills in so many ways. But the only thing that we had to say about that particular song was the visual that was attached to the song in itself. She has a very strong presence when it comes to her singing abilities. However, what we're hoping that she can do as time progresses is being able to match that singing talent with her skills with the video, matching the sound with the video, which I suppose she can get a lot of help from her record company, for instance, and get a lot of help in producing and packaging the concept that would definitely match not only her age, her style, and her presence within the music industry, within the Afrobeats industry, so that we clearly see who she is as an artist. And that's what it is. She has a brand new album out now. Go and stream it. It's called 19 and Dangerous, and I think it lives up to the concept of her being a real superstar in the making. So go check it out, go stream that. And this is the Afrobeat Cult. As you can see, what I'm wearing is still summer in the air. I love wearing these things. It's just that I don't have so many of them anymore. And if you can hook us up on the Afrobeat Cult, we definitely will be putting them on and sharing and letting the whole world know that African patterns, African prints are excellent to put on, and we can wear them all over the world at any occasion. And with, different colors and different patterns, it makes you feel really, really happy. Yes, and what you just heard now is a remix of Yaba Buluku featuring DJ Tariko, Burna Boy, and so many other amazing artists. That is the new wave of what's going on in the Afrobeat scene right now. Mostly the music coming from South Africa meshing with so many other genres across Africa, and that's what you have right there right now. On today's show, it's not only about the music. Today I want to raise an issue, and it has to do with African time. Have you ever heard of that concept, African time? What does it mean to you? And how can we deal with it as a continent? Is it something that's good? Is it something that's bad? What are your opinions about African time? Well, Africans tend to believe that we have a special place in the whole world that should respond and mark time, especially for us. For instance, you go to a wedding, an African wedding, and at that wedding, the bride is not ready, food is not ready, you're there on time, and nothing is ready until maybe 2 or 3 hours later. Or you have an event coming up, or an event that's about to happen, and the invitation says 4 o'clock, and people turn up at 6 or 7 o'clock, sometimes even 8 o'clock. Now, is that a correct thing to do? Should we continue to excuse that kind of behavior, or is this the point where we need to relearn and teach people how to, respect that kind of timing? Okay, so fine. Traditionally, Africans are not used to, or the concept of time is a bit different within the African society, within Africa as a whole. However, will that continue to be the excuse that we keep making over and over and over again, that it's African time, so therefore you can let it slip? What are we losing by doing that? I'm not giving my own opinion per se, but I would like to know what you think about it. So if you can, whatever you think about it, if for instance you think that it's about time we dump that and not keep it as a culture or a tradition, that we should dump that and start to work and realign ourselves with proper timing. Because if I have a meeting on a timing with you, and I get there on time, and you come late, maybe like 10-15 minutes late, and I mean, there are mobile phones nowadays, and you don't even tell or call and say, okay, I am late. That is a bit disrespectful. I feel if I do that to you, then it's disrespectful to you. So I try as much as possible to be there on time. And it shows it shows that you're tidy. It shows that you're respectful of the meeting that you had set. It shows that, you're ready to do business. I mean, nobody wants to do business. It's like you're already giving away the kind of person that you are each time you come late. And if it becomes a habit, most places, especially within Europe or the developed world, you probably will get fired. There's actually an article here that I'm reading right now, that I'll be reading to you right now, that says that in 2017, an Ivorian campaign against African time, backed by the President Laurent Gbagbo, received international media attention when an event called Punctuality Night was held in Abidjan to recognize business people and government workers for being on time. And when you have a meeting, you go there and you're there on time. The slogan of the campaign is African time is killing Africa. Let's fight. Well, we should fight it in so many ways. Respect somebody else's time, and they will respect your time. That should be a common thing, but it's not so common, is it? Well, the topic of today is African time. Should we keep going with that? Is that something that we need to keep up? Is that something that we need to change? What are your opinions? What do you think? Let me know. How can we change the mindset of Africans? They call I think in the US, a lot of people say, oh, color people's time or African people's time. I think that is outrageous. It is very common in Africa. It is very common amongst people of the Caribbean descent, and generally it has become a stereotypical way of describing Africans, and it spreads. Not all Africans that are like that. A lot of Africans are very, very spot on. They're very on time, and is this something that we need to start to teach the younger generation? But before we continue with that topic, before I continue to ask more questions or discuss that, remember to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. This is the Afrobeat Cult. Now, this is something that I find very interesting. Is one artist that has been as consistent as the Northern Star, no matter what. There are two, actually. There's Davido, and then there's Wizkid. These guys are on top of their game no matter what. This particular song is one that has caught my attention because of the video. It's not new, but it has been in circulation for a while. It's a brand new video, especially, that gets me going. Listen to this one. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've heard it. It's called Shopping Spree. It features Davido's good buddy, good friend, Chris Brown, Young Thug on it. So it is a really, really brilliant song. It is a really brilliant video. I really, really loved it. The first time I heard it, I was thinking to myself, I hope they make a video that is equally as solid. And trust me, they didn't. If you haven't seen it, go see it yet. I can also leave the link to that video of that song. It was a really, really big show for this summer period, so go check it out. I will definitely leave the link to that video in the description below. Like I said, if you have not subscribed already, please do so. This is the Afrobeat Cult. And as Davido keeps killing it on the international scene, so also so definitely is our boy Wizkid. Especially that song that was a major hit over summer, over this period. We're talking about Essence. Wizkid featuring Thames right there. And hey, no matter what they do, it always seems to work for them. I'm hoping that the next generation will be able to pick up from where they're likely to leave off anyway. This is the Afrobeat Cult. I am Ehin Akimil, and the issue today is the issue of African time. Is it time for us to change that concept and let the world see us differently? Like I said earlier, that it's not everyone, it's not all Africans that vibe to that kind of timing, to that kind of stereotype. There's so many Africans that are doing well that are not following that same pattern. They have decided to change the narrative for themselves and for those coming after them. So is it something that we should look in further if we're changing the entire framework of the way the world sees Africa as just being, of course, in the old days, they say that, African time is such and such and such and such and such. Is it something that we need to change? Please leave your comment below and let me know. Let's talk about this. Let's find ways to make people change this. Personally, I think that it is something that we definitely need to look into because it was bothering me. That's why I decided that I should bring it up on this platform. So let me know what you think, right? African time. Is it time that we changed the way people think, the way people approach time as Africans? Right here on the Afrobeat Cult. Now, before I leave you, there's also this particular song, this particular artist that I find very, very encouraging. And he has had... the first time I found out about him was when he had this brief brush in Uganda. And I'm talking about the one, the only Omale. Yes, this one is called Understand. It's a brand new one from him. And this is what is making waves right now. It's mostly #1 in a lot of charts across West Africa, especially across some other African countries. And I think this young man has a really, really bright future ahead of him. We still have not seen the best of him just yet. That's my opinion. And I guess that's what we think on this channel. So yes, we are looking forward to so many, many great jams from Omale. But right now, this is what is making waves, and I decided that I should share this with you. And on that note, a big thank you to you and you for being a part of today's show. Make sure you do subscribe to the Afrobeat Cult and be a part of every time we come out with something brand new. So thank you, and hey, be good now. Bye.